Located at the front of the brain. This is the thinking part of the brain. It helps control the voluntary muscles. What are voluntary muscles? Muscles that move when I want them. I can control. I'm sorry? Involuntary?
Like when you blink or
When you blink it, thank you. You are way ahead of me, Shannon. But let's circle back because let's make sure we have the proper context. So voluntary is something I choose to do. I volunteer. Remember, you go volunteer community service, right? So if I voluntarily choose to walk, I'm walking, right? But if I'm blinking or breathing or my heart beating, that is involuntary. I do not necessarily control the pace of my heartbeat, okay?
So what if you just stop breathing like on your own? You choose something.
Okay, well,
make your own self breathe.
so that's a voluntary action. You chose to hold your breath. Like you put your head under the water and you say, I'm going to hold my breath. You chose, I apologize, you chose to hold your breath, okay? So that's a good question or distinction, Jordan. This is the thinking part of the brain. It helps control the voluntary muscles. The ones that move when you want them to move, as we just discussed. This part of the brain also contains your memory, and it helps you to reason. For example, you reason, if I do my homework now, I will be allowed to play my favorite game later. Reason, okay? The cerebellum is located at the back of the brain. So which one is located at the front? Cerebrum. Which one is located at the back? Very good. This part of the brain controls balance, movement, and coordination. Everyone, right now, what I want you to try and do, put your pencils down real quick. Try and pat your head and rub your stomach. Okay, now, what you're doing now is using what part of your brain? Cerebellum. Cerebellum. You want to know why? Because you're multitasking. You're doing two things at one time. Okay, very good. You can stop for me now. Now, and moving forward, circle back. Here I am right here. Thank you for participating. Here I am right here. Okay, your cerebellum has to work very hard to coordinate your hands so that you're able to do two different things at the same time. Yasmin, pay attention, sweetheart. The brainstem is located at the bottom of your brain. This part of the brain is small but responsible for, hear that word go again, basic vital functions of the body. I wonder what those basic vital functions are. You should be thinking about that. I'm getting to it. Okay? It connects to your brain and to your spinal cord. Where is your spinal cord? Oh, right here. Okay? Your brainstem is in charge of all of the basic actions that's needed for you to happen with your daily body functions. So here are those three basic functions.
Why this one only got one ELA and only got two ELA?
Where?
That's three.
This was typed by T, so maybe it was a typo. Okay, so maybe that's a typo. Okay, so the three basic responses, breathing air, are three basic functions. Remember we talked about those vital three things? Here they are. Breathing air, digesting food, and circulating blood. So without those three functions, we basically wouldn't function as what we call ourselves as human beings, okay? So those three functions, Yasmin, I need you to circle back, and Naya, I need you to also pay attention. Very good. Give me those three basic functions. Tell me what they are. Okay, pay attention. Again, I'll go over again. Breathing air is number one. Naya, you should be writing this down for a second. Okay, hurry up. Come on. You gotta move it. Breathing air is number one. Digesting food is number two. And circulating blood is number three. Those are the three basic functions. You have those? You have those? Come on, we're not sitting. We can't sit. Circulating blood. Breathing air, digesting food, and circulating blood. Breathing air, digesting food, and circulating blood. You can write it anywhere on your diagram. Those are the three vital functions. I'll say it one more time. Breathing air, digesting food, and circulating blood are 3 vital functions. 3 vital functions. Okay, moving forward. The brainstem helps control the involuntary muscles in your body. Involuntary muscles are the muscles that do what they need to do without the person thinking about it. Hence, going back to our previous conversation, breathing, blinking, your heart beating. Okay, you don't necessarily have to think about, oh, I'm getting ready to lay down, I want my heart to beat. It's kind of an automaticity. It goes on its own. You don't necessarily control that. Okay? The brainstem tells your heart to pump faster when you're exercising, and it tells your stomach to digest your meals. The pituitary gland is located in the middle of the brain behind the nose. The pituitary gland controls your growth. We kind of talked about that. It produces and releases hormones into your body to make you grow. How do you think a message gets from your brain to your toes or from your toes to your brain? How is it, how?
Vibration.
Okay, but vibration, okay, in order for me to understand what vibration is a sense of what? Touch. Very good. It's a sense of touch. So listen, let's take it up a bit further. So, in order for the senses to connect from my feet to my brain, there is something that's moving, but it's a proper word I'm looking for. What is it? Your nerves. Thank you. Your nerves, okay? So the vibration, the nerves, okay, are carried throughout the body, and it connects and it sends us a signal to move, okay? In your small groups, I want you on the back of your paper, it says, in small groups, share a list of actions that you wrote down and a part of the brain that you think is responsible for this action, okay? So we already covered that. So give me another example. Somebody, give me another example of your nerves carrying a sense, like another action that you would do, like you're doing it now. Another action that you would do. Say it again. Thinking, what else? Writing, what else? Reflexing, what else? Concentrating, what else? Give me one more. One more. Huh? Swimming? Well, I said that we were doing now, but he's giving me more, so that's fine. That's fine. That's all in order. Okay, so if you jotted some of those down, very good. Moving on to the next portion of our activity. I know. Hold on one second. Inside your body is a very complicated highway system of tiny nerves that connect all parts of your body to your brain so that messages can get back and forth. Obviously, your brain is very important. What are some of the things that you can do to keep your brain strong and healthy? Somebody just shout out.
Reading.
Drink water. What else?
Reading.
Reading will be what kind of exercise? A mental exercise. Very good. So that's cognitive. What else? Eat healthy. What else? No smoking, thinking, working out, exercising. Very good. Very good. In your performance task, you will be learning about what the brain does. Now, when they say performance tasks, what performance tasks are they talking about? The actual written performance task that you will complete when? Tomorrow. So in your performance task, you will be learning about what the brain does. What we just did today was an overview of how the brain functions, correct? So perhaps you will have some information as it relates to researching, maybe an article, maybe a video, maybe some information that you have to cross-reference as to how the brain works. Is that correct? Okay. Additionally, it says the information that we talked about today should help prepare you for the research that you will be writing and doing in the performance task. What are those key words? It said research and writing. So research and writing. What strategy will be most appropriate? Can somebody in here tell me what strategy would be most appropriate during this research and writing that we've used in class? When you get into that research and writing. Say it. Say it louder.
Put it in reverse.
Okay, so I don't want you to get daunted, Okay, and let me explain what the put it in reverse strategy entails. You make sure that you give a thorough response to the questions. Okay? You go back and justify your answer moving from the last sentence back up to number 1 to clearly articulate to the reader that you did what? Cited textual evidence, that you understand the context of what the research is asking you. You guys got that? Okay, can you turn that light off for me, and then you can kind of come over and get a real good shot of that brain diagram right there? Okay, did that go good?
No, I'm not seeing it at
Okay,
all.
let me turn the light off and see how that'll work.
Yeah, let's see if we can get it. Do they have it on their paper? Because I can probably get it off of paper.
Yeah, there's a
Here.
sheet right there.
I'm gonna use this. Okay, I've got a good picture of it now.
Okay, we got a little bit more to cover and then we'll...
Okay.
Okay, guys, we got a little bit more to cover and then we'll be done. Daisha? Okay. So, the opportunity for you to discover how the brain works, okay, is being conducted right now during this ELA activity. Okay? So, today we have learned about different parts of the brain and what they do. Okay? You have participated in a challenge. What I want you to do right now, I want you to find an area. I'm going to count backwards starting from 5. I want you to find an area in the classroom, and I want you to stare at it until you can, as long as you can, without blinking. When you have blinked, simply raise your hand. Okay? And I want to see who can control this function of your muscles the longest. I'm counting down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Once you blink, raise your hand.
I did.
After you seventh grade, transition to lunch now, please.
Okay, okay, that's very good. Muhammad, okay. Muhammad, you still going?
Some people are really good.
Corey, stop.
He good at that.
Okay. That's good. Okay, Muhammad, you won. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Okay, just a little bit more to cover. Come on, guys. Don't wind down now. Stay with me. Okay, stay with me. What's key for you guys is to understand is the portion about the involuntary and the voluntary muscles. So what you just did was an example of which one, voluntary or involuntary?
We stopped it.
Okay, come on, give it. Explain it out, because there was a voluntary and an involuntary action going
The
on, correct?
voluntary part was we concentrated on not blinking, but it was involuntary when we blinked.
Very good. Did you hear that? Say that one more time, loudly.
It was voluntary while we were trying to keep our eyes open, but it was involuntary when we blinked because we couldn't control it.
Very good. Okay, so you couldn't control it, made it involuntary, but it was a voluntary action when we tried to focus. So know the distinction, because you may read some material, correct? And there may be some things that you must decipher through. Okay, Marjane, sit up for me. Ms. Wheeler, sit up for me. Ashley, sit up for me. I know you're not asleep, but sit up. Okay, so it's very important that you understand the distinctions between involuntary and voluntary actions. Okay, some of the additional things that you could have said that are a part of your body include jumping, running, talking, solving, math problems, reading, hearing, breathing, blinking, swallowing, standing, growing, or remembering things. Another key point for you to understand is, Yasmin, another area that goes within our cerebrum, our cerebellum, and all of those good areas are our 5 what? Senses. Our 5 senses. Okay? I'm sorry? Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Okay, so that'll conclude our ELA activity for now. Thank you guys for